Every person that visits my hometown is stunned at how nice and polite all of the residents are. We all walk around with smiles on our faces the whole time. They all just assume that we love our lives but don't realize the threat that hangs over our heads. I'm the father of a 4-year-old girl called Chloe. She was initially the youngest of 4, but now all of her siblings are gone. Chloe is a special child who is extremely talented at drawing. I can't remember the last time I saw her without a pen or paper in her hands. Raising her has had its struggles, as I have also been taking care of my wife, who unfortunately suffered an accident. I have had to carry her to the bathroom and feed her since then, and it has been exhausting. Earlier today, I decided to take Chloe shopping, and she eagerly hopped into the car with me. We were driving along at a steady pace when I was forced to jam on the brakes as a car passed me and almost hit me. I beeped my horn at them, and this tall, angry man jumped out of the car and began screaming at me. I knew right away that he wasn't a local and didn't know the rules. I glanced in the rearview mirror to see Chloe drawing furiously in the back seat. I nearly ran over the man as I sped away, as he gave me the middle finger. I started talking to Chloe in the hopes of distracting her, but she was engrossed in her work. On her way back from the shops, I spotted the man's car lying forgotten at the side of the road. 2 police officers were standing there staring at his headless corpse. The senior officer walked over and explained that there had been a traffic incident, while trying desperately not to glance towards my daughter. My daughter ran inside to play when we got home, and I carried in the groceries. She left her drawings on the kitchen table, and I saw a picture of the angry man. The picture was almost perfect, except for the head which she had rubbed out. I walked to the fridge and felt a tear running down my cheek as I gazed at the picture she had drawn of our family. The initial drawing had contained all of her older siblings, but she had a fight with them and erased them from the picture in a fit of rage. My wife had screamed at Chloe after her siblings had been erased from existence. She then slapped her across the face and sent her to bed without dinner. I could see the anger on Chloe's face as she walked out of the room and knew there would be repercussions. I was dragged out of my musings by the alarm going off, indicating it was time to feed my wife. I put together a quick meal and took a few breaths before walking into her bedroom. Her limbless torso lay on the bed, and I could smell the stench and knew she had an accident while we were away. I approached her carefully and tapped her on the side of the face to let her know I was here. She opened her mouth and I carefully began feeding her. My eyes kept being drawn back to her almost featureless face. Chloe had erased everything on her face, leaving just a mouth. She hadn't even given my wife a tongue, so we couldn't even communicate with each other. Every day I wonder if placing a pillow over her head and suffocating her would be a mercy at this point. I quickly clean her off before rushing out of the room. I walk into the kitchen to find Chloe sitting there drawing away with a smile on her face. I grab a hammer out of the drawer and for a second consider crushing in the back of her skull. I throw that thought out of my head, as she is my daughter and I love her. I just hope that I never do anything that might upset her, as I don't want to end up like my wife.